Today's walk starts at Langsett Barn car park, and the aim is to explore Midhope Moor to the south of Langsett. My walk starts here. I'm going to follow this path around the reservoir, follow this path here, head to a farm called North America, and then from there on I'm going to head south over the moor. My return journey will be back this way around, back to the car park. Well, this wasn't the walk I'd planned to do today. The weather forecast is absolutely appalling, thunderstorms and heavy rain. So my planned walk over Pikelaw, I thought I'd best postpone that for another Saturday. But sod's law, it's really nice weather at the moment, and it really doesn't look like there's going to be any issue with the rain later on, but we'll see. Well, as I look across the reservoir, I can see the moor in the distance, and that's where I'll be heading to, up on the top there. Well, this is where I crossed the river with two names. On the Ordnance Survey map it's marked the Porter or the Little Don. There's not many rivers that get the privilege of having two names. I'm on a bridleway called Cook Gate, and if you remember from some of my earlier walks, this is a track that will take you over to the Derwent Valley, to Howden Reservoir. But we'll be leaving the track to head to the farm, or the ruins of the farm, I believe, called North America, and then later on we'll be rejoining it. I've had to shed my jacket because it's absolutely glorious at the moment. There's a nice cooling breeze as I walk up this hill. Well, here I start to head east to North America, and we've gained a little bit of height and we get a nice view down towards Langsett Reservoir. Well, this is the ruined farm, North America, and I've read that this area was used for army practice for the D-Day landings, this area. And if you look closely at the stones, you might find marks where they're probably bullets are hit. I don't know whether that's one of them there, but there's certainly not much left of the farm here. Well, as I leave the farm, I start heading up across the moor. Looks like heading in a southwesterly direction. Well, the path is well defined and dry underfoot, and it rises gently across the moor towards Mickleton Edge, where I'm going to join Cook Gate. Well, here we are. We're rejoining Cook Gate at Mickleton Edge, and I can feel some specks of rain, so perhaps the storm is on its way. I'm walking south along Cook Gate, along the side of Mickleton Edge, and the aim is to carry on until I reach the ridge marked Lost Lad on the map, and from there on I will travel across open moor east. I'm almost at the top now of the ridge here, and I can see a bit of a path off to the left, so I think I'm going to follow this and see where it goes to. Well, the path didn't lead anywhere. I think I've picked up a bit of a shooting track here, so I might just follow this and see if it heads in the right general direction. a bit further north than what I planned to be, but we'll just have to take it as it comes. This is Sugden Top. There's nothing in the way of a path, so it's just a case of trying to keep on the correct line. It's quite clear where I'm heading to, over to Pike Lowe, and the visibility is good, so I shouldn't get lost. On the moor you see these white plastic markers, and they mark the location of grip boxes for the grouse that the gamekeepers put down. Well, fortunately I've picked up a track here and it's heading in the correct direction, so this should make for easy walking now. Well, it's time to leave Candlerush Edge, where I've just been walking, and head directly towards Pike Lowe, and I can see a bit of a track cutting through this heather, so I shall follow this. Well, here we are, Pike Lowe, which I believe is a prehistoric burial mound, and when we get to the cairn we'll have a look at the views. Well, that's the moor I've just come across from Cook Gate, and as we pan the camera around we get a view back down to Langsett Reservoir. I think I can see the transmitter at Emily Moor in the distance. The views aren't too bad actually, considering what I have had for the last couple of Saturdays. Well, so far so good. It threatened rain earlier on, but it's kept fine. I didn't need to put my coat back on. I did take it off earlier. And now I've just got to make my way back down towards the reservoir. I've done about 5 miles, so can only be a couple of miles back. Anyway, let's see if we can find a track down. I'm looking back towards Pike Lowe stones, and I've just descended from that ridge. I didn't really choose the optimal route down. There's quite a bit of heather bashing there, and I may have a bit more heather bashing to do before I can pick up another track, but hopefully I won't have that far to go before I get on a decent path. Well, after a mile or so of rough walking from Pike Lowe, I've managed to get on a track now, which should take me back down towards the reservoir. And certainly this is a substantial track. Well, unfortunately, my planned route back can't do it because it's a private lane. Big signs, keep out. So I'm gonna have to make my way around it somehow. Well, I've retraced my steps from the no entry down there, and there's this way marker here, so I think this must be the way to go. I mean, hopefully this path will take me to Thickwoods Lane, and then I'll follow Thickwoods Lane towards Upper Midhope, because that's where I need to be. Well, I've just come down the west hand side of Thickwoods Plantation here, and I'll soon be joining Thickwoods Lane and then heading east towards Upper Midhope. Well, we're at this point here now. We've just come down this side of the plantation, and we're going to head along this lane to Upper Midhope. Well, that's the other end of the private track I couldn't come down. The building is just marked as a sheepfold on the map. Wasn't really expecting me not to be able to walk down there. Well, I'm at Upper Midhope now, and this small hamlet and its neighbour Midhope Stones are ancient settlements. Well, I'm not far from the cairn now, and this has been a lovely walk. It helps when the weather's good, and the rain I thought I might get, well, it never appeared. By the time I get back to the car, I reckon I'll have done about 8 miles, courtesy of that unexpected detour. But yeah, it's not a long walk, but certainly worthwhile doing. The only tricky bit, if you were to do this, is the descent off Pike Lowe.